So if you have a tight neck and you can't get a massage or don't know what to do about it, this is a video for you. Let's get right into it. So I use Massage Rebels kind of like shea butter, and the reason why I use it is because it's quite grippy, and you want that grip when you're massaging instead of just slipping all over the place. Try and use very small amount of, you can use lotion, you can use whatever you want, but try not to slather so much on that you're literally slipping all over the place. So I'm gonna take a bit. Now I use my fingers because I don't have a wooden palette. Usually use a wooden palette, but we're gonna grab some here, and I'm not grabbing much. Just gonna warm it up a bit. I'll turn over here, and we're just gonna warm up the neck a bit, all right? So I'm just gonna start from the top here. So this is kind of like the very bottom of my skull. I'm just gonna start down, slide all the way down to center, and then I'm gonna come forward like so, just to the forward. Very lightly sprinkle when you come forward, all right? You have some good stuff here that you don't wanna mess with, all right? I'm also using the very pads of my fingers here a majority of the time. Sometimes if you want a little more direct effort or pressure, you can use kind of like the fingertips, but usually my hands are like this here, and I'll just, I'll typically keep that shape and go along there. All right, so we're gonna start from the top, go down nice and slow, and then come forward. Start from the top, and I'm just warming up here. Nothing crazy, nothing specific yet, all right? We're just working one side. All right, so do that a few times. Remember, if you want more specific pressure, you can use the tips of your fingers and then come forward here, all right? We're just making sure to get a majority of the neck here, okay? All right, once we have that, I'm gonna take my opposite arm to this shoulder. So I'm doing the right side, I'm gonna grab my left hand here. All I'm gonna do is grab that top there and then slide down like so. Now, the reason why I'm doing the opposite side is that I can get a lot of pressure, all right? So I'm gonna grab this side, and as I slide down, I'm gonna look to the left. So I'm doing the right side here. I'm gonna grab the right side. This is right next to my spine. This is my spine here, my cervical spine. I'm gonna grab this, and then as I go down, I'm gonna look to the left here. Now the first set of muscles that we're gonna target are on the side of the neck, kind of like the side here, a little bit back, but essentially you're gonna keep your hand like this, and I'm gonna do the left side, but I'm gonna use the opposite arm here. What I'm gonna do is slide up and go all the way up, further than you think you need to go, all right? So I'm gonna grab the side of my neck, and I'm gonna go all the way up to the top here, because there's a lot of tension that occurs here. Okay, so keep the shape of the fingers, and then you're sliding up with the thumbs, with the pads of your fingers, and I'm really trying to get up all the way in there, okay? All right, we'll do that one a few times. Now we can make this a little more active. So what we're gonna do the same move, but I'm gonna look towards the left here. So I'm doing the left side. I'm gonna look towards the left. All right. So look to the center and look to the left. Look to the center, look to the left, all right? Cool. The next move that we're gonna do, I can't quite show you perfectly, but I'll try my best to kind of demonstrate what I mean. But essentially, you are going to use the same hand shape, kind of like this, and we're gonna run down kind of the side here, which is the upper traps, which tends to be quite tight on a lot of people. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna pin these tissues down. So press down a little bit, right? Right arm, left shoulder. I'm gonna press down, and as I roll towards the left, I'm gonna look away from that side. So I'm kind of not looking away necessarily, but flexing to the side, right? So this would be rotation, and this would be laterally flexing. So we're gonna laterally flex, okay? So I'm putting my right ear towards my right shoulder, all right? And this one can feel really good if you're tense here, all right? Just doing this, I'm doing it lightly, maybe a 5 out of 10 in terms of pressure. And I'm just going down and rolling my head the other way, okay? So going down, all right? And you're rolling the other way, all right? Make sure to go the entire length of the muscle, all right? And you can explore. So there's different sections on the upper trapezius. There's like the forward, right? The anterior one. There's more posterior. There's more in the middle. So really explore where you're tense and kind of spend a little more time there. Everyone's different. You're not gonna have the same tension I do because we're all human and we're all different in beautiful ways. So give it a shot, let me know, and we'll go to the next one, right? The next move is very, very similar to the previous move, except we're just gonna stay put and move the neck instead of moving our fingers. So here, we're gonna get the upper traps, and you're just gonna find a place, you know, by now we've discovered that we have a place that's a little more tight than others. And we're gonna pin that spot. And essentially what I'm gonna do is just look away and then come back. And then I'm gonna come back, pin that spot, okay? Using my finger pads for a little more direct pressure. If you want a little less, you can always use, sorry, I'm using the fingertips for a little more direct. And if you want to use the finger pads, these guys, you can always go there for a little less pressure. But I'm going for that deep pressure there and finding a good spot. And then the trick is you want to inhale and then exhale, look away. Inhale, come back. Press down, inhale, and then exhale. Usually I like inhaling 5 seconds, exhaling 5 seconds, and that's gonna kind of elicit that relaxation response that we get from massage, including a little bit of that decreased pain within the neck area, all right? So give these a shot. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos like this, feel free to subscribe. All right, peace and take care.